Your mom just passed. The house sits empty. 40 years of life packed inside closets, cabinets, the garage, and the attic. The family group text is already asking, when are we listing? Because there's what almost nobody tells grieving families in Orange County, the way you prepare a probate property for sale in the first 30 days will either protect tens of thousands of dollars in equity or quietly cost you the same amount. And that mistake happens fast because grief creates urgency and probate punishes urgency. I'm going to walk you through the 7 steps to prepare an inherited home for sale without drowning in it. What to touch, what to leave alone, and who to bring in before you call a single realtor. That is what we do every week here in Orange County. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to start tomorrow morning. Stay with me, and please, before you do anything to that house, watch the whole video first. When a regular seller lists a home, they fluff pillows, paint the front door, and stage the living room. When a family lists a probate property in Orange County, they're staring at a house that hasn't been updated since 1987, full of belongings that belong to a person they loved, with a sibling in Phoenix who has opinions and an attorney waiting for paperwork. It's not the same job, and treating it like a regular listing is one of the most expensive mistakes families make. You can hire a realtor at this time who specializes in probate to coordinate it all and bring the home to market. And if you're not ready to make the decision to sell, and you'd rather just talk to someone who does this every week here in Orange County, call me. I'm Kathy at Orange County Probate Service. The number's in the description. The call is free and you'll get more clarity in 20 minutes than weeks of Googling. Preparing a probate property has 3 layers running at the same time: the legal layer, the emotional layer, and the property layer. If you're only focused on the property, the legal layer trips you. If you only focus on the legal layer, the family fractures. The smartest families we work with handle all 3 on parallel tracks with one coordinator pulling it together. We'll show you how. That's what we're going to cover: securing the home, building your team, sorting personal property, the clean out, smart repairs, Orange County disclosures, and finally, choosing how to sell. Before anyone removes a single item from the house, the property has to be secured. And I mean physically and legally. Physically, change the locks or rekey every door, including the side gate and garage entry. We've seen families discover that a former caregiver, a contractor, an estranged sibling, or a neighbor still had a key. Once probate begins, you are responsible for what happens in that home. Rekeying costs about $200. Not rekeying can cost an estate thousands. Next, call the insurance carrier. The day a home becomes vacant, its risk profile changes completely. California's homeowner insurance market has tightened, and many carriers won't cover a vacant inherited home under the original policy. You may need a vacant home policy, and you need it now. A vacant uninsured probate property is one electrical fire away from disaster. Then the boring but critical: turn the mail off or forward it. Set lights on timers, keep the landscaping mode so the home doesn't telegraph empty house to the entire neighborhood. And check it weekly. Don't post about death on social media tied to the address. Legally, do not remove, sell, or give away a single item until the executor or successor trustee has legal authority. That means letters testamentary from Orange County Superior Court for probate or trustee certificate for a trust. Moving grandma's jewelry to your house before that authority exists can be reversed by a judge, and it can fracture a family for a decade. Pause before you do anything. Here's where most families lose 6 months without realizing it. They try to do this alone, one Google search at a time, calling one vendor a week, getting one quote, then stalling. Selling a probate property in Orange County is a team sport. The team you need looks like this: a probate or trust attorney to handle the court filings, letters of testamentary, the Independent Administration of a State Act, referred to as the IAEA authority, notice of proposed action, and the legal side of the sale, a CPA or tax professional for the stepped up basis, capital gains, and the Proposition 19 questions. Because if anyone in the family is thinking of moving in, that decision has a tax window. A clean out and personal property team for the contents of the home, an organizer or estate sale professional for items with real value, a moving and liquidation crew for furniture and donations, a contractor for the interior and exterior repairs that actually move the needle, and a spot and odor specialist when the home has pet damage, smoke, or what we politely call the long occupancy issues. Now, here's how I work, and I want to be direct with you because it matters. Most families don't know where to find these people, and they don't know which ones are honest and which ones overcharge, and which ones will treat the family with dignity. Because I've been doing this in Orange County for 20 years, I have a trusted network. Attorneys, CPAs, clean-out crews, organizers, movers, donation handlers, contractors, order remediation specialists, and I coordinate all of them. And as part of the service I provide, you don't pay extra for the coordination. It's how we serve probate and trust families here. I'm a realtor by license, but for most of the work, this is my job. My job is making sure the right person is doing the right thing at the right time so the family isn't doing it alone. That's the difference between selling a probate home and surviving a probate home. This is the chapter nobody wants to talk about, and it's one that breaks families. Sorting a parent's belongings is not a logistics problem. It's a grief problem dressed up as a logistics problem. A coffee mug isn't a coffee mug. It's the one Dad drank from every Sunday morning. The recliner isn't furniture. It's where Mom watched Jeopardy for 30 years. Here's the framework we use with families. 3 categories in this order: keep items going to specific heirs, distribute items the family wants to divide, usually with sentimental but not high financial value, sell, donate, or discard everything else. The mistake families make is in the wrong category. They walk into the house, get overwhelmed by category 3, and shut down. Start with category 1. Identify what specific heirs want. Get it, claim it, tag it, and ideally move out when the first 30 days. With that written authority by the executor, simple inventory alone improves 80% of family tension. For category 2, we coordinate a family walkthrough or a video walkthrough for the out-of-state sibling. Each person picks in turn, photographs everything, documents everything, because I will tell you, after 20 years, the single most common problem dispute I see is not about money. It's about a piece of jewelry, a tool set, or a photo album that disappeared and nobody can prove where it went. For category 3, that's where the professionals come in, and that's our next step. Once the family's items are out, the house typically still holds the contents of a full life. Furniture, appliances, decades of stored items in the garage, the attic, under the beds, and in the closets. You have 4 options, and we'll use a combination of all 4 depending on the home. Estate sale. If contents have real market value, antiques, art, mid-century furniture, collections, tools, vehicles, an estate sale specialist runs a 2-day or 3-day sale and typically takes a percentage. Good for higher end homes with quality contents. Liquidation and donation. For most Orange County probate homes, the bulk of the contents have sentimental value to the family and modest resale value. A liquidation and donation service handles all the sorting, takes the donations to the qualified charities, and provides the family with donation receipts for the estate, which the CPA can use, and disposes of the rest. A full clean out, where the family wants the house empty and ready in a week. A clean out crew comes in and clears the entire property top to bottom, garage, attic, shed, the whole thing. Sell with contents. Some buyers, especially investors, will buy the property with everything in it. This is a long time option when the family is out of state, time is tight, or the emotional weight is too much. Then comes the deep clean: carpets, baseboards, kitchens, bathrooms, and if the home has odor issues, pet smoke, and or otherwise. We bring in spot odor specialists before listing. Buyers in Orange County will walk out of a home in 10 seconds if they smell something they can't identify, no matter how good the layout is. Here is where families burn the most money for the least return. The instinct is to renovate: new kitchen, new floors, new everything. So we can get top dollar. In a probate sale, that's almost always the wrong move. The estate usually doesn't have the liquid cash. The family doesn't have 6 months, and a major renovation in Orange County rarely returns the cost of a probate timeline. The smart repairs are the ones that remove buyers' objections. Think of getting a used car ready to sell. You don't rebuild the engine, you fix the rattle. Interior: patch and paint in a neutral color, replace dated light fixtures and switch plates, deep clean, or replace badly worn carpet. Address obviously safety issues: broken windows, non-functioning outlets, loose handles, exteriors. Keep up the landscaping. Pressure wash the driveway, paint the front door, replace the doormat. Curb appeal in Orange County is worth its weight in offers. What to skip: kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, new flooring throughout, foundation work, additions. Families constantly tell us this step saves them the most stress. Now we're getting close to the market. 2 things every Orange County probate family needs to understand. First, disclosures. Even in an as-is property sale, California law still requires transfer disclosure statement in most cases, and there are probate-specific disclosures on top of it. We disclose what we know, we disclose what we don't know, and we don't guess. The executor or trustee signs based on actual knowledge, which is often limited, and the law accounts for that. Second, the probate referee's appraisal. In a probate sale, a court-appointed probate referee provides an appraisal that sets the legal benchmark, but it is not necessarily the market price. The Orange County market moves, and we always run our own comparative market analysis alongside the referee's number to position the home correctly. Underpricing in this market costs the state real money. Overpricing kills momentum and brings reduced offers 6 weeks later. Pricing a probate home in Orange County is part comparable sales, part condition, part timeline, and part family circumstances. We walk every family through what we recommend and why in plain English. The executor makes the final call. Last step, and this is where the strategy comes together. Once the home is prepared, the family has options. Open market listing on the MLS with full authority under IAEI, latest, fastest, usually highest net to the state. Open market listings with limited authority and court confirmation, slower with the overbid hearing at the Justice Center. But available a direct sale to an investor, fastest, lowest net, sometimes the right answer when the property is severely distressed or the family needs cash immediately, or a family member buyout when one heir wants to keep the home and the others want out. The right path depends on the home's condition, the family situation, the authority granted by the court, and the timeline. There is no single right answer. There is the right answer for this family. If you made it this far in the video, here is what I want you to do. Don't list a home yet. Don't call a cleanout crew yet. Start with one phone call to me, Kathy, at Orange County Probate Service, and we'll walk you through your specific situation, free, no obligation, no pressure, and I'll tell you the order. I'll handle it for your family, who you bring in, and who roughly what the state should expect. You know, more in 20 minutes, most families learn in the first 3 months on their own. Information to help you decide to keep, rent, or sell the family home. The link is in this description. Phone, email, website, all there. And if this video helped you, hit the subscribe button because we record a new video every Thursday specific to Orange County and the homes. Pause before you do anything to that house. We're here when you're ready. This is not legal advice, and I'm not an attorney or CPA. I am a service provider who has walked Orange County families through this exact moment for 20 years.